Hi everyone. So it's really pleasure that I'm presenting here at File Bangalore 2023, and special thanks to Huddle and Filecoin for inviting me. So yes, as they introduced me, so I'm the head of ecosystem at Manta Network. So yep, let's talk about what is Manta. So Manta is a layer 2 solution on Ethereum. We might think about there are a lot of Ethereum layer 2s right now, but what's so special about Manta? So let's talk more about what Manta is. So Manta is the EVM. Yes, it is a OP stack, but we are the first modular chain who will be shifting from a OP stack to ZK. So for example, if you are a developer, you are building on Manta right now. Right now it's a OP stack, you can easily build on it. But if we talk about ZK, there are a lot of stuff. We need to do some ZK circuits, we need to develop new codes. But because of Manta, you can just build on OP stack right now, and in future you can easily shift to ZK. Cool. So let's talk about some background. So we are like powered and supported by one of the biggest VCs like Binance Lab, Polychain, CoinFund, Parafy. Till now, we have raised around $60 million at the valuation of 500. Okay, let's talk a bit deep about what technology we are using and how we are different from the other chains which are currently working on the layer 2 ecosystem of EVM side. So first is about the OP stack. As I already mentioned about it, so OP stack, which is already mass adopted with other layer 2s right now, we are currently using them to onboard more users and more developers right now so that they can be onboarded seamlessly. But after that, we are going to shift to ZK EVM, which is the quite interesting technology right now with the help of Polygon CDK. So Polygon is quite helping us with that, where you don't have to worry about deployment and stuff. We will be helping you out with all the things. You just need to come, reach out to us, and yes, apart from that, if we talk about the gas fees, which is quite important and which is one of the biggest reason why people or maybe Web2 developers are not using right now the blockchain. So if we talk about Celestia, so if we know Celestia was previously in the Cosmos ecosystem, but Manta is the first layer 2 of EVM side, which is using Celestia as a data availability layer. Just to mention, data availability help us to reduce the gas fees. So for example, if right now there is around $0.02 for the gas fees, it will be reduced by 70 to 80% after the deployment of Celestia on Manta. Cool. So this is a kind of ecosystem highlight which we have recently onboarded. Space ID, Layer 0, QuickSwap, Polyhydra, Apollo X, and Galaxy. But apart from that, we have already onboarded a lot of projects within just 2 months. So yep, this is like kind of overall ecosystem. We are not a focused chain right now. We are a generic purpose chain, but yep, definitely right now because of the market and as we are moving to bull market, so we are majorly focused on the DeFi, infra, and gaming side. So if you guys are building something, please let's connect. So yeah, talking about the background of team, which is quite important for every developers to know what we are doing. So we have the users from around 100 plus countries. We have our members are from 15 plus regions. Like I'm from India. We have one more folk who is from India right now. The other teams are currently based all over the world. We have community support for 10 like regions, like which can help you with all the development things, all the community side and stuff. So these are our founders. So just to mention, our founders were from Harvard and Massachusetts. We have around 60 people right now onboarded already in our ecosystem and our core team. And we are looking for more people to hire as we have recently launched our minute. It's around 2 months. We have already launched and we are looking for more and more people to hire and build our ecosystem right now. So yep, this is a quite important question. Like why Manta? We have Polygon, we have other big layer twos as well. So when we talk about other things, like for example, if I talk about modular technology, so there are a lot of people who are talking about modular, what they are doing, what is it. But for example, if I talk about modular, so its basic meaning is like once you shift from one chain to another, where you are not developing your own technology, but you are leveraging it from others, or maybe the technology providers who are providing right now into the market. So this is the first thing which we are doing right now. We will be the first chain in whole blockchain ecosystem which will be shifting from OP stack to ZK and without giving any trouble to the developers who have already built on us. Apart from that, second, which I already talked about, which was Celestia data availability layer. So Celestia data availability layer help us to reduce the gas fees, which was initially problem. So when we talk about like blockchain and ZK technology back in early Q1, so the gas fees was quite high on the ZK side. But with the help of Celestia data availability layer, we can reduce the gas fees by pushing some of the data nodes and stuff on the data availability side as well. Okay, cool. Let's talk about the numbers, like how and what things I'm mentioning right now. Okay, so the first is about number one and the fastest growing chain right now. As we have seen a growth of 578% in overall TVL right now, it's around 33 million, and we have like launched our mainnet around 7 to 8 weeks right now, and still we have around 3 million transactions just in 4 weeks. Like back in Istanbul, it was around 150K, and right now it's around 302K active wallets right now on Manta. Apart from that, on the ecosystem side, it's around 150 plus projects in overall, as I've already showed you the ecosystem page, but there are a lot of projects who are coming around and, yep, they are building on Manta. So this is a kind of roadmap for us. So as I mentioned, firstly, about the data availability. So our roadmap is quite focused and we are quite planned for the next year as well. So the first one will be about the Ethereum launch, like the mainnet launch. We already did. We have around 150 dApps already aligned. Next will be about the data availability layer so that we align all the things together, firstly. Once we launch the data availability, after that we can just shift to ZK so that the gas fees, firstly, when we shift to ZK, should not be that high. Next will be about the transition to ZK EVM, and last will be about the universal circuit. So once we launch the ZK, we want more developers to come on our chain as we are majorly focused on the B2B side. So we want all the developers to don't have to face any issue on the ZK circuits or maybe developing codes on the ZK side. So for example, if you are quite new, you are just learning Solidity, you are learning some other languages, you just want to develop something on the ZK side because it's more on the privacy side. So if you want to do that, you don't have to worry. We will have our own circuits. You just come to us, you use our circuits and build on Manta. Cool. Build on Manta, you can just scan this QR code, you can just connect with us and see our documentations. And also like we are happy to connect and solve all your queries, whatever you have right now. Okay, let's connect. So this is like this final slide, but I don't want to show you something right now because it definitely takes my attention on that side. So firstly, whenever we talk about any layer 2 right now, they have a lot of things with them. It can be grants, it can be marketing support, it can be technical support, which we normally BD people announce and they tell that we can definitely do all these things. But how we can support you guys? So the first thing which I mentioned about the ZK circuits. So we are not charging anything to any developer who want to develop on the ZK side. You can use our circuits for free. Apart from that, on the background of our team, so we are not the first one. Back in 2019, we already developed our own technology called a ZK Shuffle. We developed our own technologies, and we are currently working on VRF and stuff so that on-chain gaming can be easy on Manta, and we can also onboard more users and developers on that side. So, yep, I'm happy to connect with all the developers who require any support from Manta side or maybe any other support as well. I'm happy to support you guys.